So, Vera, you're welcome and welcome to everyone. And Vera, thanks for agreeing to be interviewed. It's lovely to hear your story about your life and what you did. So, maybe to start us off, Vera, you might tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Vera McEvoy now,
Uh-huh.
but I was Vera O'Malley from Lewisburg.
Uh-huh.
I was born in 1937.
Okay.
I went to school in Tully, a one teacher school. Before I left it, it was a two teacher for a short time, but for most of the time that I was there, it was a one teacher school.
Okay.
And we learned a lot,
Yeah. Okay.
even though it was a one teacher school.
Yeah.
And after national school, I went to secondary school in Lewisburg town,
Okay.
to the Mercy Nuns.
Mercy Nuns, yeah.
And up to that school was just up to intercert.
Oh.
But on that year that I went, I think it was about 1951, 51, the year they won the All Ireland.
All Ireland, well, it must be great excitement that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a priest appointed there
To the school.
Okay. For the first time. Then there was leaving cert.
Right.
So I was one of the first leaving certs
In
there
that school.
in that school.
Okay.
And after the leaving cert, I got a call to teacher training
Okay.
in Dublin.
Okay.
At that time, it was 2 years, and I went to that. And I can remember I got a grant.
Oh.
And we still had to pay £10, which was like a fortune at the
That's
time.
really huge amount of money at the time. Yeah.
And then the grant was taken back when I qualified and started teaching. I paid it back.
Oh, you had to give it back again.
I had to give it back again.
Okay.
Now afterwards, that didn't happen. Just a few years after I left, the people
They stopped taking it back.
They stopped taking it back, but I paid it back.
Yeah.
So I got a job in the school I went to school in.
The actual place where you went to school.
Well, I went to school in Tully National School.
And that's outside Lewisburg somewhere.
It's about 3 or 4 miles up in the direction of Leenan, which is from Lewisburg.
And must be beautiful scenery around there.
Yes, it's very nice, I must say.
Yeah.
And I was there for 6 years.
Right. Okay.
And then I met my husband, Sean, who was from Tumor.
Okay.
And he got a job in Killasser the same that was 1965.
Right. Okay.
He got a job in Killasser.
Yeah.
But I gave up teaching after I got married and had children.
And many women did that. A number of women did that anyway.
Some women did, no, a lot of women didn't too.
Okay.
Depended on, there was one of us there that brought in a salary and it was we managed.
You managed, you survived, as to say.
And I did bits of subbing, all for Killasser really. While I was off, I did a few weeks in Callow.
Oh yes, Callow School.
But the teacher there was sick for a little while, so I think about 6 weeks or something.
Okay.
And then I would have done days in Killasser because my husband became a counsellor in 1974.
That's right.
And if he had to go to one of these
meetings,
I stood in for him.
Good.
Now we wouldn't have got any money for that, but we didn't care.
No, you just did it anyway. Yeah.
And then I can't remember, it was after 1971 anyway, 1973 maybe. The teacher in Killasser in the junior school room got married and left. So I went down there to fill in until they get a teacher. And I was there for 4 years.
So you were there much longer than you planned at that time.
I was there a lot longer than I planned. And then I think then they were amalgamating with Knox School.
That was the next
and the teachers there would be coming in. So I stayed at home again.
Yeah, you went back home again.
And I was at home then until 1986.
Oh,
okay. 20 years.
You were at home a good way,
I was,
yeah.
And that year, the priest in Foxford asked would I do a year for a teacher who was taking a career break. So I went to Foxford
Mm-hmm.
and I was teaching there for about 18 years, I
It was
think.
much longer than a year. It was
Much longer than a year.
yeah. It
Two
was.
jobs came up while I was there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that was, I think, 2002 I retired.
2002, that's not long ago at all, really, you know, in terms of years in a person's life, it's not that
Well, you
long
know,
ago. Yeah.
life is very short, no matter
Yeah.
how long it is.
Yeah, even though, yeah, exactly, yeah,
Mm.
you're right.
So I retired then,
Mm-hmm.
and I must say I enjoyed my retirement.
Well, that's great. That is really good.
Now, my husband was alive at that time, you see,
Mhm.
we did a good bit of travelling.
That was a great opportunity, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
We were in Thailand,
I went all over the world probably.
in China,
Yeah.
and of course I had, well, when I got married I went to America for 6 weeks. You know, the teachers used to charter a plane,
Yes.
and we went to America
Mhm.
for 6 weeks.
Well, that was a lovely experience,
And
yeah.
it was the year of the World Fair.
Oh,
Now, I had, I think, I was at 5 aunts
oh, you had to visit them then.
and a
Yeah.
sister.
Okay.
It was brilliant.
Oh, you love that.
And
Yeah.
Sean had aunts as well who were
Relatives,
very,
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
So we had a very nice time, but we didn't have any more holidays than for 18 years.
Yeah, but you had a good one that time
We
anyway.
did.
You had a good
And we
one.
went again in 18 years.
Oh, lovely.
But then we were there several times then between.
Yeah, well, you were free as well. You weren't tied down in any way. Yeah.
So that was great. We did a lot of travelling, you know.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be the one that'd be very anxious, but he always
Yeah. Wanted to go.
wanted to go. And you know, it's all right going to Portugal and Spain. It's not far.
It's not a big distance. Yeah.
But you know, we'd be talking about it,
Yeah.
and I'd say we're not going to far-flung places. And I come from town, and he'd say, look, I've just booked to South Africa.
Yeah, that's quite a distance. 15 hours or more. Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But it was the best holiday ever.
When I was in South Africa myself, and it was one of my best holidays.
Do you know what I thought about when I was there?
Yeah.
Every day that we were there for about 10 or 11 days, I think.
Yeah.
It was just like a good summer's day in Ireland every day.
I went in January and I was there for 14 days, and it was like a lovely summer's day every time.
Yeah, and no nets or
Absolutely no.
It was lovely. Like these other places, you come home with marks on your legs.
Oh, mosquitoes and all the rest of it. Yeah.
But South Africa was very, very nice.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I really loved South Africa. I did.
But then Sean passed away in 2008.
Right. Okay.
Motor neuron.
Oh no, that's a tough thing to have. Yeah, it is.
So I'm not bothering with
I know. I can understand that too. I can. So getting to the profession of teaching, I'm sure you loved it. And was there things you really loved about teaching? Were there certain? Well, you probably liked the Gaelic and the Irish. Were there certain things you loved? Yeah.
I did. I loved the Gaelic.
You loved speaking it and teaching it.
Yes, and I loved the religion too.
Yeah.
Because we lived religion all week, you know. It wasn't just
it wasn't just in school. No, it was a whole thing.
It was
the whole life.
The whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
We were waiting for Sunday.
Yeah.
To go to mass.
People were looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah.
I suppose, you know, at the time, I often think of how we used to love going to mass.
Yeah.
But you know, there wouldn't be very many outings.
I know. So it was an outing.
It was an outing.
It was an outing. Yes, it was. Of course, it was. Yeah.
And it was a town, and you bought a few things, and you had nice tea that evening and that kind of thing.
It was always a special day.
Oh, it was a very special day.
It was. It was. And you probably enjoyed teaching maths as well. I would say.
Did.
Yeah, you had a kind of a love for that. I'd say. Yeah.
I did indeed.
Yeah.
Now on the Sunday, my grandmother used to. Well, I remember my grandmother going to mass.
Okay.
But we had a horse and
sidecar. Yeah.
And then she lived to be 106.
That's a great age. Yeah.
And she lived in the house with us. She was my mother's mother.
Okay. Yeah.
And she prayed an awful lot.
Yeah, those people did.
Yeah.
Those people did. Yeah.
She had 2 beads hanging on the wall. She got up every morning.
Yeah.
And after she had breakfast, she took the 2 beads down, and the one was called the $7.
Oh yes, I've come across that. Yeah.
And the other one was the rosary.
The ordinary one, yeah. The ordinary rosary, yeah.
So that was the week, really. That's how we spent the week. She'd be
Mhm.
waiting till we come to ask us what the sermon was about when we come home from mass. So we
See,
had to make sure
You
we
had to
listened.
remember it. You had to remember the sermon. Yeah, you'd have to and say what it was. Yeah, yeah. And you taught. I know you taught the faith in the school as well, of course, as you say. Like
I
and you
did.
passed it on to
Yeah.
the children. So there would have been Bible stories. That was part of it.
There was
yeah,
there was a
yeah.
lovely small Bible history.
Yeah.
I can really say some of them off by heart.
I bet you can. Well, if you can remember something, maybe you could tell one of the stories or
Well,
whatever you like.
when you think
Yeah.
how innocent people were at the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
the Annunciation was the first of the
School.
mystery,
Yeah.
the joyful
The
mysteries.
joyful mysteries.
And we
Yeah.
learned that off about, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
how the angel came to the Blessed Virgin.
Yes.
And then sometime after it was the visitation.
That was the next
And
one.
the first line in that story was 6 months after this. I used to think 6 months after what?
Yeah, it was after the Annunciation.
It was, but of
Yeah.
course, you know, when you're young, you
Yeah.
know.
Wonder what they were on about. You'd wonder, yeah.
But it came to you as you got older,
Yeah,
you
it
see.
clicks. Eventually it clicks, kind of. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I remember that, you know,
Yeah.
we did learn all the you know, the 6 months after this, our lady went to visit her cousin Elizabeth, went to the hill country to visit her cousin Elizabeth.
That's right, yeah.
The memory is not as good as it was.
Well, it's not too bad either. So it's not. And then those catechism was catechism done as well, I presume.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I presume it was. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know there was, and it was all.
Yeah.
Every class had its chapters.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
The first 3 chapters were up to first class.
Okay.
First 3
Okay.
chapters.
Mhm.
Who made the world?
Mhm.
God made the world. Who is God? God is the Father in heaven, the Creator and Lord of all things.
Yeah.
And it went on like that.
Yeah.
But that time, First Communion used to be in first class.
It wasn't second, it was first, yeah.
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 So years after it became second class.
It did.
So
Yeah.
that was all done.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned it off by heart.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah. And of course you prepared children for communion.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think you did that here too when you were.
I did it
your
here
time
in
here.
Kilassa.
Yeah.
I did it anywhere I was at
Anywhere
the
you
time.
were. Yeah.
And wherever I was teaching.
Yeah.
You know.
Of course. Yeah.
Mostly now I didn't do confirmation in Foxford because it was a much bigger school.
It was, of course. Yeah.
So I did the first communion in Foxford a few times. But you'd have different classes, you see.
Yeah.
But I usually had the infants, you see.
Smaller ones. Small little ones. Yeah.
So.
And of course, you did do confirmation in some places you were in.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
yes, I did it in
yeah.
Lewisburg. You see,
Yeah.
when I was the only teacher there,
Mm-hmm.
and
The bishop would come then and all that side of it. Yeah.
So that was, well, you know, it wasn't a big problem because
No.
you know the kids knew their prayers as they came to school.
Well, they were doing them at home, as
Yeah.
you see. But now it's a bit different, obviously. Yeah.
But most of them did anyway.
Yeah,
you know.
most. The majority.
And at the time,
Yeah.
all the same, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Foxford, then there was people who weren't Catholics.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another side. Yeah,
Yeah.
another
And
dimension.
they didn't want to
Take part. Yeah.
take part,
Yeah.
so we had
Yeah.
to put them somewhere else.
Another room or another place when
well,
the teaching was going on.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And you would have had the occasional visit of an inspector, I'd say, as well.
Oh, very
Yeah,
often.
the Kigara.
The Kigara came quite often.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we had the religious inspection.
Oh yes, yeah, the
Yeah.
diocesan examiner.
Diocesan examiner. That
yeah.
was a big deal.
Oh, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In every school that I was in.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And you know, we look forward to, we used to get dressed up.
Get all ready for it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was a big thing. You see,
Yeah.
it was a fairly important thing.
Very important day
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I know it's enjoyable too. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because with children, there's a bit of fun as well.
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of fun, excitement, and that kind of thing. You know. Yeah.
When I look at the school now,
Mm-hmm.
it was a one-teacher school beside a river.
Mm-hmm.
A river just ran out there.
Just outside. Yeah.
And that never be allowed now.
No. Oh no. Health and safety. Oh.
We used to drink out of it.
Yeah. Oh, health and safety.
We used
Stop all
to
that.
slide on it when the ice was in it.
Yeah.
And we often walked in through the water
Mm-hmm.
because there'd be a flood outside.
Yeah.
Teachers
Yeah.
did too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But
Yeah.
the changes then from then on,
Yeah, oh, there is all that. And teachers used to have the habit, children walking to school, teachers would have the habit of asking each child to say what they saw, if they saw a hedgehog or if they saw a
Yes.
sparrow or whatever
Yeah,
animal they saw on the way,
That's true.
I remember that myself actually.
Yeah.
And sometimes, God forgive me, you'd make up something. You wouldn't see anything and you see, saw a hedgehog, and sometimes you'd be hoping the teacher would believe you and that he wouldn't question you too much because then he might find out you had made it up, Yeah, I remember all that. Yeah.
Talking about the hedgehog,
Yeah.
I remember my husband was teaching here in Kildare and our kids went to school in
Of
Kildare.
course, yeah.
One night he was coming up the road and there was a hedgehog
Okay.
on the road. And he went and he picked it up and he put it into the car.
Oh.
And we got a box.
Yeah.
And we put the hedgehog in and we didn't know what to feed him really.
I know.
But he brought the hedgehog to Kildare the following day.
Yeah.
And they had a great time with them in school.
Because that would be a big thing.
Yeah.
Bring an animal in.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
And I don't know if you came across it, but when I was in Canap school, that's where I went to school, they used to have tadpoles in a jar.
Well, that's right.
That was nearly mandatory.
But they all brought that.
They did. They eventually stopped it, yeah. And of course, eventually the tadpole could turn into a frog, I suppose, theoretically, anyway. Yeah, he could. I remember that.
And the same with the caterpillar.
Oh, yes, that was another.
He used to turn into a butterfly.
He did, yeah.
I remember doing that in class and taking them onto a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I can't remember, I don't think we saw the caterpillar, I think somebody got at him and let him go.
That could happen as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But school days, there was always something
coming up.
Yeah, there was something exciting.
Yeah.
But the children, something new for them.
Yeah.
And all that. I remember that. Yeah, all that type of thing. It brings back lots of memories. Really. Yeah. It does indeed. And so you said you love your retirement. You really love that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I have. We used to have the retirement group in Foxford.
Yes. Yeah.
But COVID put an end to it.
It scuttled a lot of things, I'm afraid. It got rid of everything.
Because it was a small room and nobody wanted to go back for a long time.
Social distancing and all this.
All that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's morphed into an exercise class.
You see.
And there's a great big hall in Foxford.
There is.
So we've got one of the rooms there. So we have an exercise class. There was 20, 30 people there.
Yeah. Because I remember in the gateway there was a music kind of a choir, wasn't there?
There
was for the teacher. A lot of the teachers were in it. A lot of the teachers were in it. Yeah. And that was a good thing. And would you do any gardening or would you do anything?
But I did.
Yeah, you did.
I helped at home. We have land.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Where Sean was born.
Okay. And how did you meet Sean, by the way? Just out of curiosity. I suppose two teachers.
Well, two teachers, that was one thing.
Yeah.
And then there was an organisation here called the Save the West.
Oh, yes. There's actually a film you can see on, if you go into Google and you look it up, Kilasser, and Sean is on, and so is Father Leonard and Micheál Murphy, and there's a whole crowd of them. And they're all talking about saving the West.
Well, there was a branch of that in Lewisburg as well.
Okay.
And there was a branch in Kildare, there were several branches all over, and we used to visit each other.
Go around to the groups,
And then we got to, they used to come back to Lewisburg, and between that and the teaching, it was
that's
easy.
How you met. That's how you met Sean. Amazing, interesting story, And I suppose teaching music or teaching hymns or teaching songs, that was another side of it, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was never a great singer, but I could manage.
You could manage. I mean, that's good. Yeah, because I can remember in Canap school we used to on a Friday afternoon after lunch there'd be a whole lot of songs done. It was kind of like a whole session of doing songs and learning new songs. There were some great singers in that school. Like some of the lads were great singers actually. And they could really, and I've seen them and heard them later when they got older. And they would do party pieces. That kind of thing. Some of them were quite talented.
Oh, they were in every school.
Yeah, you get the good.
And you would, we used to have the singing. We had the singing, I think, 3 times a week, about half an hour after the catechism.
And I think the great thing about the school days is that maths would be done, then something else would be done, and so there was a variety.
There was.
And give you a rest from, like, maths would be fairly hard on some people,
Yeah.
but you'd have
Tables.
something lighter then coming
True,
up, and something more fun, and then a bit of singing, and
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So it was, and a child would discover what they were good at eventually.
They would.
Yeah,
You know, it didn't always happen.
I know.
That was it. The curriculum suited an awful lot of people,
Yeah.
but then there were some it didn't suit.
No, exactly, and you'll always have that.
Yes.
And even to this day,
Yes.
we find that. Yeah.
And you know, it
Yeah.
wasn't recognised very well years ago.
No,
because
no.
you know, we never heard of autism or
Dyslexia.
dyslexia.
There's
and
dyspraxia now. There's mathematical dyspraxia. There's stuff I've never heard of when I was young. Never,
never.
not at that time.
And you know, when you
Yeah.
think back now, you can
Yeah.
know that some of the people who were in school with would have suffered from that, but
course.
it wasn't recognised
No,
at the time.
it wasn't. No, and people couldn't do anything for them then.
No.
So, Vera, that's great. It's great to talk to you, and I'm delighted that we had the chat. And thanks for being willing to be interviewed.
Well, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
More
No,
than
thanks,
welcome.
Vera. Thanks very much.
It's been a pleasure.